Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Continued shower activity is forecast across the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, and spreading into parts of the Great Lakes. Thunderstorms are likely to the south as increased levels of atmospheric moisture content combine with warmer temperatures and elevated levels of instability. An area of low pressure developing across the central high plains and swinging eastward across the Ozarks will help lift a warm front through the southern plains and mid-Mississippi Valley tomorrow, and that's going to help spark a cluster of thunderstorms traversing the region. Storms across the Texas-Oklahoma panhandles as well as West Texas may contain damaging west winds and large hail today. As this system continues to push eastward tomorrow, it will squeeze the best chance for intense rainfall for the southeast and central Gulf Coast, where a slight risk of excessive rainfall has been issued. Closer to home, mainly dry today with a slight chance of storms in eastern areas. Dry lightning and gusty winds are possible. Moisture filters in with storm chances lasting into late week, generally favoring areas east of the Rio Grande. Better chances for rain across the whole area this weekend. Seasonal temperatures through next weekend. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control roadblock information for Wednesday, May 28th. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 380 or Highway and El Paso Gate are scheduled to remain open all day. Highway 70 is scheduled to be blocked one time at 6:10 a.m. This block should last approximately 1 hour. This block will be located at Red Block, top of San Agustin Pass, mile marker 164, and at Yellow Block, White Sands National Park, mile marker 200. Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and Las Cruces Gate will be affected by this block.
Well, fire crews made significant progress in battling the Camp Fire. It remains at 720 acres, but at last check was 47% contained. The fire began on Sunday, and the cause remains under investigation. The fire is burning in the Fort Stanton Snowy River Cave National Conservation Area in Lincoln County.
Good news is that the majority of the site is intact.
Oliver Horn, New Mexico Historic Sites, Lincoln Fort Stanton Regional Manager, speaking with KRQE.
The fire essentially swept through the internment camp. And so we lost 2 wood structures from the CCC, what we think are from the original CCC camp.
4 structures, including 3 historic ones at Fort Stanton, have been damaged. Please be advised of a road closure on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive between U.S. Highway 54 and Hamilton Road today and tomorrow between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. due to lane marking and restriping at the railroad crossing. Drivers need to head northbound on Hamilton Road and turn left onto Panorama Boulevard in order to access White Sands Boulevard for the duration of the road closure. A special meeting was called by the Board of County Commissioners yesterday morning, requesting approval for the fiscal year 2025-26 interim budget adoption.
I'll make a motion to approve the interim budget with the changes that we have submitted.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
You can see the meeting in full on the county YouTube channel. With Independence Day approaching, we have to look at the dry conditions and also look at what happened over the weekend in Lincoln County and the Mescalero Reservation, and then ask if fireworks are really worth the risk. While I agree that nothing is more American than detonating explosives built by child labor in communist sweatshops, do you really want to be responsible for burning your home or that of your neighbors? Alamogordo City Commission had a meeting last night. One item was moved from the consent agenda to discussion. It was moved by Josh Reardon, who said that way he could openly vote no.
Consider and act upon Resolution 2025-15 to restrict sale and use of fireworks through July 31st, 2025 due to extreme dry conditions. And Chief Ramirez.
Who's to say that we have folks come out on 4th of July, light fireworks? We could have a devastating fire that turns from a brush fire into a wildland fire and just devastates the area. So that's why the restriction of fireworks and the not fireworks for the 4th of July has been asked for that to be passed.
And motion passes 4-3.
Burnett, Reardon, and Tapley all voting no. See the meeting in full on the city YouTube channel. It's important to watch your water usage. We check now with Acting City Manager Dr. Stephanie Hernandez.
Hi, Alamogordo. This is Stephanie Hernandez, Acting City Manager for the City of Alamogordo. Just a friendly reminder, we enacted our outdoor watering schedule Remember, odd number addresses water on Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Even number addresses on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And also remember, absolutely no watering on Mondays, and always water before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m. Thank you, and have a blessed week.
The village of Tularosa has a similar watering schedule in effect as well. Greg Gutierrez spoke with me yesterday about a new program coming to the area.
I started a new group called Ground Zero Sunflower Project. This all started when I was having a conversation with my really good friend, Dawn Morocco, who is a sound healer here in Tularosa on Granado Street. And we were talking about how hemp can clean the soil of heavy metals. Then I did some research and I found out that sunflowers can also do it. And they even do it a step further. They will clean out radioactive isotopes as well. The goal is to plant sunflowers all over Otero County and then eventually all over the state of New Mexico, because sunflowers are not just beautiful and a symbol of peace, but they also have a superpower that helps to absorb heavy metals and radioactive isotopes from the soil. And that gets stored in the plant, the stems and the roots and the leaves. The benefit is that it takes all of that out of the soil.
If you have any questions, call or text 480-489-1111. The most improved students of the year, as recognized by the Kiwanis, is here, and we heard from Ned Klein.
I'll just go through the list real quickly. The Holloman Middle School in the 6th grade, the teachers chose Paul Penowell. In the 7th grade, they chose Jeremy Sullivan. In the 8th grade, they chose Jeremiah Potters. In Chaparral Middle School, the 6th grade students selected as the most improved student of the year was Oliver Kern. In the 7th grade, Lily Chavez. And then in the 8th grade, Jasmine Deere. In Mountain View Middle School, in the 6th grade, was David Lee. In the 7th grade, Adam Bustillos. And in the 8th grade, Mariah Monreal.
Ned and I also discussed the Bug and Aryan programs. You can hear it in full on our YouTube channel. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez. Available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the big Lies news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
An officer-involved shooting in Bloomfield left one person dead and an officer hospitalized. This happened around 10:55 p.m. Monday during a traffic stop. The person pulled over opened fire, striking Officer Timothy Ontiveros. In the exchange, a second officer's weapon was also discharged. Chief Philip Francisco of the Bloomfield Police Department spoke with KRQE.
Pulled this person over. I'm not sure exactly what it was. We're still reviewing that for a traffic violation. And that's when the shots were fired. My officer was struck, Officer Timothy Ontiveros.
The individual who fired at the police was killed in the incident. That identity has not yet been released, pending notification of next of kin by the Office of Medical Investigator. The officer sustained life-threatening injuries and was transported to the San Juan Regional Medical Center. Michael Clohessy is being charged with child abuse after he knowingly left his 6-year-old son inside of a car Monday afternoon. The temperature in Albuquerque that day was 85 degrees. Clohessy told an officer the child did not want to go inside, and he says he wasn't gone more than 15 minutes. And although the 6-year-old child is alive, Clohessy has been charged with child abuse without bodily harm. Clohessy appears in court today. Federal prosecutors announced that from May 20th through May 22nd, 60 illegal aliens pled guilty to charges that they had entered the Texas National Defense Area. That's an area that stretches along the border from El Paso to Fort Hancock. The U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Texas office announced 60 other cases involving illegal immigrants illegally entering that NDA earlier in the week, making the total number of people who have pled guilty 120. Federal statutes permit for criminal penalties for unlawful intrusion into areas designated as national defense areas. As we previously shared, an airman assigned to Kirtland Air Force Base died over the weekend at Elephant Butte. Officials identified him as Airman First Class Malik Atenye, 22, assigned to the 351st Special Warfare Training Squadron at Kirtland. Atenye went missing the evening of May 24th and drowned in the lake. Alcohol was not involved, but the incident still remains under investigation. Former Albuquerque Police Sergeant Lucas Perez has pled guilty to a charge in federal court amid an ongoing federal and internal investigation into DWI arrests. Court documents also show that Perez admitted to conspiring with Ricardo Mendez, who worked as an investigator for the now-barred attorney Thomas Clear III. His role began in July 2022 and continued through February 2023. Perez resigned from the department in March and faces a prison sentence of no more than 20 years and a fine no greater than $250,000. A total of 13 Albuquerque Police Department officers have left the department as a result of this investigation. 6 have pled guilty to federal charges. The Hobbs prison is shutting down next month, leaving more than 200 employees out of a job. During a town hall meeting, state and county officials assured they are working to connect employees with other jobs within the New Mexico Corrections Department and elsewhere. The department says they're going to stop using the Lee County Correctional Facility by June 30th after its private owner, Geo Group, opted not to renew its contract with the county. Last night, people were asking how they would know what facility their loved ones would be moved to.
You will not know immediately, but that's the truth right now, and that's how it works right now for any transfer. We don't inform people of when a transfer will take place for security reasons, but when they arrive at their receiving facility, they will be able to make direct contact with their family.
Alicia Tafoya Lucero, Cabinet Secretary, New Mexico Corrections Department. More than 1,000 inmates will be transferred to other prisons in the state. New Mexicans to Prevent Gun Violence told us the other day that an event that was rescheduled is coming up. But first, Miranda Fiscoli and I discussed why these gun back events are not gun grabs.
We've done 22 gun buybacks in New Mexico, and we've taken in over 3,000 firearms, with almost half of them being semi-automatic. I wish the governor and the Republican senators in Texas would come and see one of our buybacks, because they would see parents with kids with suicidal ideation, women who are afraid that gun's going to be turned on them by their abusing partner, wives with husbands with dementia who shouldn't be around firearms. Why would anybody be against this? And it's voluntary.
When is that event?
So we are having our buyback, our next buyback that we were supposed to have will now be on August 23rd at 9 o'clock at the UNM Command Substation. And once we have the flyer, I'll make sure I send it to you.
For more information, New Mexicans Stop Prevent Gun Violence.org. Former Las Cruces Mayor Ken Miyagishima announced his Democratic candidacy for the governor of New Mexico. Miyagishima was the longest tenured mayor of Las Cruces, serving from 2007 to 2023. Democrats Sam Bregman and Deb Haaland, as well as Republican Greg Hull, have all announced their campaigns for governor of New Mexico earlier this year. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 89, low tonight of 63, high tomorrow, 93 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today with a 30% chance of showers and storms, winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow with a 30% chance of showers and storms, winds gusting up to 18. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 68, low tonight of 47, high tomorrow, 69 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.